First Timothy chapter 4, verses 12. Let no man despise your youth, but be an example to those who believe in word, in your way of life, in love, in spirit, in faith, in purity. First he said, let no man despise your youth. But he says, be an example. How can we be an example? By the way we live, by our Christian life, by our attitudes, by the way we talk. That's how we can be an example to those that believe in word. You're telling them you're a Christian, but your fruits need to line up with what you're saying. You're telling them that you're a believer, but your fruits need to line up with what you're saying. Titus chapter 2, verses 6 through 7. Similarly, encourage the young men to be self-controlled. In everything, set them as an example by what is good in your teaching and show integrity and seriousness. So if you're teaching it, if you're teaching them self-control, you got to be in self-control. So if you're teaching righteousness, you got to live righteousness. So you got to be the example. If you're teaching holiness, you got to be the example of holiness. John 13 verses 5. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Jesus is the ultimate example. And he said, I set the example for you for what you should do. So he was the example for us and saying we need to be the example for others. Philippians 3 verses 17. Join with others in following my example, brothers, and take note of those who are living according to the patterns you give. He said, be an example. Sometimes we got to take notes. Get that notepad out. Hey, what are they doing? What are they doing? How are they living? So you take notes. Philippians chapter 4, verses 9. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put in practice. And the God of peace will be with you. See, now, because what are they teaching you? Their example, they need to be putting in practice what they're teaching. What are they telling you? So they need to lead by example. So take notes. What are they doing? How are they living?